Good evening, students. Let us discuss most important formulae in nuclei. The first one is radius of nucleus. It is given by R is equal to R naught a to the power of 1 by 3, where R naught is called as the nuclear constant and its value is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, and A represents the mass number of the nucleus. And the next one we have always density of nucleus remains constant. There is no change in the density of the nucleus, even mass number of the nucleus changes. And here the mass defect is given by delta M is equal to ZMP plus A minus Z of Mn minus M, where Z represents the number of protons in the nucleus, MP represents mass of each proton, A minus Z is number of neutrons, and Mn is mass of each neutron. Finally, M is equal to actual mass of nucleus. And binding energy is given by delta E is equal to delta mc square joules when delta M is measured in kilogram, or delta E is equal to delta M into 931.5 million electron volt when delta M is measured in atomic mass unit. According to radioactive disintegration law or decay law, we can write dN by dt is proportional to n, or dN by dt is equal to minus lambda n. Here you can write dN by dt is equal to minus lambda n. Solving this, we will get n is equal to n naught e power minus lambda t, where n is the number of radioactive nuclei present at the given instant of time t, and n naught is the number of radioactive nuclei initially present in the nucleus. And the rate of disintegration per second is called as activity of a sample. So activity R is equal to dN by dt, that is equal to lambda n, or we can also write n as n naught e power minus lambda t. From this, we will get R is equal to R naught e to the power of minus lambda t. R naught is equal to lambda n naught. And then in parallel decay means if a nucleus is disintegration having different activities, then we can write R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on plus Rn. R represents the net activity of a parallel decay. And in parallel decay, the effective decay constant is given by lambda is equal to lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 plus and so on plus lambda n. And the relation between half-life and decay constant is T is equal to log 2 by lambda. That is equal to log 2 value can also be represented as 2.303 log 10 of 2 by lambda. Log base 10 2 value is 0.3013 into 2.303 gives us T is equal to 0.693 by lambda. And in parallel decay, the reciprocal of effective half-life is given by 1 by T is equal to 1 by T1 plus 1 by T2 plus 1 by T3 and so on plus 1 by Tn. And the reciprocal of decay constant is called as the average life of a radioactive substance. So average life tau is equal to 1 by lambda, which is equal to T by 0.693, that is equal to 1.443 capital T. And probability of survival of nuclei after a time t is given by Ps. Nothing but it is a fraction of the nuclei present in the nucleus at a given instant of time, which is equal to n by n naught, that is equal to e to the power of minus lambda t, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n. Here, n is called as the number of half-lives. So number of half-lives can be calculated with the help of the expression small t by capital T, where small t represents total life of the radioactive sample and capital T represents the half-life of the given radioactive sample. And the probability of nucleus disintegrated in a given instant of time t is given by Pd is equal to 1 minus Ps, that is equal to 1 minus n by n naught, or 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power of n. Percentage of radioactive substance undecayed is given by n by n naught into 100, which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n into 100. And the percentage of radioactive substance decayed is given by 1 minus n by n naught into 100, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power of n into 100. Not only this, in general, we can write a by n naught is equal to n by n naught is equal to w by w naught is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n. That means in any problem, if m naught and number of half-lives are given, then we can able to calculate either number of nuclei or activity or weight or mass of the substance using a relation a by a naught is equal to n by n naught is equal to w by w naught is equal to m by m naught is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of small n, where small n represents the number of half-lives. And we have an important application of this one. In these two radioactive samples, X1 and X2 contain same number of nuclei. If lambda 1 and lambda 2 are the decay constant, then the ratio of number of nuclei undecayed of X1 to that of X2 will be equal to 1 by E after time t. Then we can calculate that time t by using t is equal to 1 by lambda 1 difference lambda 2. So here what they are given is n1 by n2 is equal to 1 by E. Suppose if this in this problem, if they will give 1 by E square, then I can write t is equal to 2 by lambda 1 minus lambda 2. If it is 1 by E cube, n1 by n2 is equal to 1 by E to the power of 3, then time becomes as 3 by lambda 1 minus lambda 2. And the important formula in alpha decay is, if a stationary nucleus X decays into another nucleus Y, emitting alpha particles, emitting the alpha particle and some energy, then kinetic energy of alpha particle is given by Q of my by my plus m alpha. Kinetic energy of the daughter nucleus is given by Key is equal to Q of m alpha by my plus m alpha. And the ratio of kinetic energy of Y to kinetic energy of alpha particle is Key by Ke alpha is equal to my by m alpha by my. And the total energy released in this expression or nuclear reaction is Q is equal to mx minus my minus m alpha of c square joules. Okay. Then finally we have to learn remaining theory, that is regarding to nuclear reactor and chain reaction. And in problematic, the next important formula is total energy released in a reactor is given by E dash is equal to n into E, where n represents number of fissions occurring in a nuclear reaction, and it is equal to x by A into Na, where x is the mass of uranium used and A is equal to mass of the uranium and Na is equal to Avogadro number. And E represents energy released per fission. If it is uranium 235, then energy released per fission is equal to 200 million electron volt, or 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 11. We can write 10 to the power of minus 11 joules. Or E dash is equal to, we can also write Ne, that is equal to x by A Na. Now power generated in a nuclear reactor. Power generated in a nuclear reactor is given by P is equal to E dash by T, that is equal to n by T into E, or n by T value substituting here, we get x Na E by At. Finally, in pair production, a photon converts into electron as well as positron pair. If h nu is the energy of photon, and EE is the total energy of electron, EP is the total energy of positron, and KE is the kinetic energy of the nucleus. Then we can write H nu is equal to EE plus EP plus KE of nucleus, or H nu is equal to m naught c square plus Ke of electron plus m naught c square plus Ke of positron. Total energy is equal to rest mass energy plus kinetic energy. Here, m naught c square represents rest mass energy of each electron or positron. Its value in electron volt is 0.51 million electron volts. So by simplifying that equation, the total energy of photon will be equal to H nu is equal to 2m naught c square plus Ke of electron plus Ke of positron. This is one of the important formula we use in pair production.